I've been in this county since 1973. It's gone through a lot of changes, and the dramatic changes began after the 1996 Olympics in Atlanta. We began to see a shift in demographics, and this county was primarily a county of white folks, and it was after the Olympics that we began to see a tremendous influx of people of color.
The kids that we service here in our neighborhoods, a lot of them, their socioeconomic status, I would say, is below or right at poverty level.
There's repeated family patterns of dysfunction that have infiltrated almost all areas of their life, whether it be poor social skills, poor school performance.
We have a problem in this country in which we are not really thinking the right way about how we address crime.
We are targeted just because of our skin color, so that's already one strike against us. And then the fact that we're males, that's already two strikes. So the fact that you're coming out here as a young black male, you're trying to make something happen, do better for your life, do better for your family, those around you, it's a little difficult.
The inspiration for the Second Chance Court program was a gentleman named Oscar. So he was arrested. When I saw Oscar brought in those handcuffs and heard him speak, and the fact that this was a young man who had no prior history, how smart and intelligent, how articulate he was, I was looking at somebody who could be a great person, who could do something great in his future. And you know what? I also knew that if I sent him to prison, I'd knock him off that road to success. I'd knock him off.
Clayton County community institutions realized there were too many students like Oscar falling out of school and heading into the criminal justice system. In order to address this problem at its root, they formed a multi-stakeholder partnership between the juvenile court, the school district, and local organizations like Tips for Teens, the Center for Adolescent Male Development and their Young CEO Institute, and Grace Harbor Health Clinic, that aims to provide comprehensive services that will help young males achieve in the classroom, develop career goals, and make healthy decisions. This expansive new model is what they call the system of care.
The mission of the system of care and the core message that they aim to seek to deliver is in school, out of court, and onto a positive and healthy future.
We needed to take the best of all that we were doing and put it under one umbrella organization, and with a backbone agency driving the purpose. We had programs that were delinquency focused for kids that were already in the system. We had programs that were intervention focused for schools, and we are adding another piece for kids with dependency issues of deprivation and of truancy.
2 years ago, I was always talking. I just didn't pay attention enough to where I could do the work on my own. I have improved more. I've been paying more attention to my teachers, doing more work, and focusing more on learning than talking to other people.
A program like this is especially needed for a child who's being raised by a grandmother and his parents are not in the picture because they need the guidance that sometimes grandmothers can't provide. I truly would not be able to give him the knowledge and the information that Tips for Teens gives him.
Each one of these young men that comes into our doors is already brilliant in and of themselves. Our task is to pull it out. So it's a strength-based approach.
In 6th grade, I think I got in trouble a good 20 times maybe. 7th grade, about 10, and then this current grade, 8th grade, I've been in trouble twice, I think. So I think that's really helping me do the right thing and succeed in life. Participating in the Young CEO for me is like having my father here with me. It's like it fills in that hole in my heart that kind of replaces him, puts him in that place.
The system of care is not only a system of providing providers from all different vantage points depending upon the needs of the child. But it's also broadening the age group and going as young as possible so that we can look at prevention instead of detention.
Tips for Teens makes me a better leader for my brother, because whatever I do, he most likely does, and he copies it, and he does it over and over again. So if I do good in Tips for Teens and be more respectful to people and do the right things, he will most likely do it.
And it helps us look back on our past and better ourselves from the mistakes we've made.
I see success in my future. I feel like I could tell my children when I grow up, I made it.